All right, welcome to the Ravit Show. We are here at NVIDIA GTC. Look who I have with me, Chief Scientific Officer Chuan of Lambda and CEO and co-founder Eiman Protopia. Very much happy to chat with you both today. Just for our audience, would you like to quickly introduce yourself and let us know what you're working on?
I'll do first.
Yeah, please.
Yes, I'm Chief Science Officer at Lambda. We have a machine learning team work on all kind of cool stuffs, from RAG apps to fine-tuning models. I guess very excited to have an opportunity to chat with Ravit and also Eiman about the opportunity of getting data more secured for RAG applications.
Very cool. Eiman, what are you working on? Tell us a little about yourself and what's happening at Protopia.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Ravit. We're a data security and data protection software for all things AI, but in particular right now, LLMs and generative AI being top of mind for everyone. So what we're building is essentially software that enables the use of confidential data with language models while protecting the information from leakage while they're sending the data to platforms where they're hosting their models. So glad to be here and great to talk to you guys today.
Fantastic. Quickly wanted to also learn a little about the partnership that Protopia and Lambda has. Do you want to share a little about that?
Yes, I think I can speak from the user customer point of view. We have been building some RAG apps. A big pain point is every time we touch enterprise private data, there's always concern with sending that data to the outside LLM vendors. And also, I can imagine many of our own customers has the same problem. If they want to self-host model on Lambda Cloud, you can imagine they have the same data security concern. This is where really Protopia can step in. Do you want to speak on that?
Yeah, I think we also see a lot of the same problems with enterprises, especially anywhere where there's confidential data, and confidential data including things like intellectual property, trade secrets, that appear a lot actually in documents that people want to spin up RAG implementations on. And so when it comes to what platform they're deploying those on, we've heard from customers that they're interested in having this sort of ability to expose only certain transformations of the data instead of plain text data inside of those infrastructures. And that's really the centerpiece of our interaction with Lambda is both having our Lambda partners try that out for themselves and build these sort of applications that we're showing here, as well as have that as something they can offer our common customers.
Okay, these are pretty interesting insights. I also know you did a talk today, and it was pretty interesting. I did have a chance to have a look at it and attend the topic. Do you want to share a little about that with our audience as well?
Yeah, absolutely. So the talk is about a website we built. It's called the ML Times. It's a news website that curates news in the field of AI and machine learning.
Nice.
And the reason we built this website is there's just like an influx of information in the field. A huge amount of progress every single day. It's hard to stay on top. So we would like to build a tool that helps us to spend less time and learn more. And it's a RAG-based approach. And we just curate news from the internet, some really popular websites like Hacker News, Reddit, research blogs, archive papers, and then write a little summary for each one of them, and then reach out for the social discussion around the topics, and basically trying to, I would say, rerender the content through different lenses to help people to understand.
Right. Okay, this is pretty interesting.
Oh, by the way, the website is live on news.lambda.labs.com. Feel free to visit.
I'm gonna share the website with my audience just to make sure that they can learn from it, because it's something which is pretty interesting. That and being a chief scientist, scientific officer, definitely you're doing amazing things in the space, which definitely our audience would love to know about.
Thanks a lot. Yeah.
And quickly on that itself, I wanted to also learn a little about how our customers looking at this partnership and what's in for them. Like,
I can say a few words first. And so one of the analysis we did for the ML Times white page is we tried to explore self-hosting open source models for better quality and lower cost. So I can imagine basically the conclusion we had is for certain applications like text summarization, you can get better result with lower cost, much lower cost if you self-hosting models. And this really shows the potential of a bunch of applications where people do not need to reach out to enterprise APIs. then the problem is there's a certain stage you really want to scale your service up.
Right.
Then you want to use the third-party vendor to help you do that. And that's where really you have to send your data outside your data center. And that's where anybody who has that need, doesn't matter if you are self-hosting your model on Lambda Color, which is a third-party vendor, or you are actually using service like OpenAI or Anthropic and anything like that, will have need for data security.
Fantastic. Yeah, Eiman, what do you like to add?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing in our common customers, right, is that there's often even applications that are built around foundation models. Now the news application, which by the way is really cool, like it's a very easy way to traverse the news that exists out there. So I just want to point that out about the application being, it's an example of this sort of what generally people are implementing as document search, for instance, right? And that document search is often being implemented for enterprises. Even if it's not built by themselves, it's built by some solution provider for them.
Right.
And then the model will be hosted in a place like Lambda, right? And so Lambda is helping us deliver the ability to that application provider to tell their enterprise customer, you don't have to expose your possibly confidential information to the platform of choice, which in this case is Lambda. So it ends up being a win-win-win for the application provider, the infrastructure provider, and the customer.
This is amazing. And quickly, just on this topic itself, what do you feel is next? What's customer looking next in the game for Protopia, for Lambda, together as partners as well?
Yeah, I think there's a variety of different steps that enterprise customers especially are going through. A lot of 2023 was about identifying use cases, and identifying RAG was one of the things that enterprises found as super useful to them. But there are a lot of different use cases that enterprises can come up with if they are able to send data to the place where compute is readily accessible.
Right.
And today, a lot of those sort of use cases aren't even thought of. So one of the things that we love to have conversations with customers about is to ask the question of what is it that you're not doing with your data right now?
Exactly.
What applications could you be using your data for, especially in the LLM space, that today it's just not something you're exploring because you have to wait whatever amount of time to be able to find access to the infrastructure. So unlocking access to infrastructure partners like Lambda is what we are hoping will unlock new application domains in enterprises around generative AI. And there's a lot of it that has been explored over 2023. I think 2024 is about being able to unblock the data going to where the models are running in order to be able to extract value.
Love it. Anything that you would like to add?
I completely agree with him, but I also just want to double click on one thing, is our mission on the Lambda is really make it as easy as possible for people to get access to compute.
Yeah.
And anything that can help people to have a smooth experience possible, including make data security more easy to achieve, will be something we would like to work with.
Yeah, it's a game changer because more the simple the better for the customers as well to use and for all the users out there. So this was great. Thanks for sharing all the insights, Eiman, Chuan. One quick thing, if audience wants to reach out to you, which is the best place? Is LinkedIn your place or email or whatever?
LinkedIn is great. Or just like send an email to me, c@lambdalabs.com.
Okay, fantastic. Eiman?
Thank you. Yeah, you can find us on LinkedIn or Eiman at protopia.com, info@protopia.com. Would love to answer any questions that the audience might have.
Fantastic. This was great. I can't wait to see more collaborative efforts that comes out from Protopia and Lambda. Very nice to catch up with both of you, and we'll share all the links with our audience. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for watching us.
Thank you, Ravit.
Thank you.